I've been around Greg Armstrong and Harry Pefanis for over 2 decades. In that time, I've known them as valued partners, as the highest quality service providers, as demanding customers, as esteemed industry peers, and as fierce but respected competitors. Mostly, though, I've known them as the greatest of friends. I knew Greg and Harry when they were trying to rub 2 nickels together producing oil in the Beverly Hills High School parking lot. And I've known them as titans of the energy industry, building a small cap oil producer into a $40 billion energy infrastructure behemoth. I knew them when oil was $12 a barrel, and I've known them when it was over $100. Through it all, they've remained the same 2 guys, dedicated, caring, humble, hardworking, faithful, and visionary leaders. I've also known them through more than one near-death experience. They say trials and tribulations don't build character, they reveal it. And character is a diamond that scratches every other stone. Greg and Harry have built a legacy at Plains, but it's not those thousands of miles of pipe they operate every day. It's the positive impact they've had on every life they've touched throughout their 30-plus year rise to the pinnacle of the energy industry. It's my distinct honor to welcome 2 well-deserving Okies into the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Congratulations, boys. Come on in, the water's fine.
Leader, one who goes before, shows the way, guides in direction, course, action, opinion. So simply put, leadership is
doing things right. That's it, to me.
There's a tendency to want to use words like be decisive, but the most important thing is to listen to those that you have faith in that have really good ideas, absorbing that and then processing it to get to the right answer.
I think the 2 key ingredients are a strategy and a plan. And when I look back on our history, as soon as we started focusing on a strategy and a plan, we transformed the company.
In order to be a good CEO or a COO, the number 1 trait that you need to possess is being a good leader. And Greg and Harry are great leaders.
Both of them are bright guys, so they kind of adapt. They see the opportunity or what's in front of them, and they adapt to what they need to adapt to.
From a business standpoint and their skill sets, and more importantly in how they think about things, they're just perfectly complementary.
Plains All-American is a Fortune 100 company operating as one of North America's leading oil pipeline transportation, marketing, and storage businesses. But that wasn't always the case.
Plains Resources in the early days really was not very focused. We chased a lot of opportunities, didn't have a lot of direction.
Plains was small at that time. It was an E&P company engaged in exploration, production, development, had no midstream activity, so it didn't even resemble what it looks like today.
That all changed in the early 90s with a change in leadership. Greg became the CEO.
When I took over as CEO in 1992, one of the things that we decided to do was we got the team together and said, let's do a lot more of what we're successful at and quit doing what we're not so successful at. And then we also identified the midstream opportunity. There really had not been a lot of opportunities up until then to be able to be successful at building a midstream infrastructure. And so we identified that as an area we thought was inefficient. So that really is what became the genesis of what's today Plains All-American.
Greg and Harry seem to have a terrific relationship with each other, and they are great CEOs, COOs together.
Harry and I have been together for, I guess, over 35 years now, and Harry's tremendously focused in on the details and getting things right.
Harry is extremely smart. He's able to judge people, size them up. He's a win-win guy. Probably Greg and Harry as a tandem are the 2 best CEOs and COOs in the country.
We have a really good partnership, the type of relationship where we can have very open communications.
Each one of us will take the devil's advocate position, not to try and win an argument. In all cases, what we're trying to do is get to the right answer.
Leadership is needed most when things go wrong. 2 recent spill incidents tested that leadership and showed the integrity of Harry and Greg's commitment to doing the right thing.
In both those cases, Greg showed his true leadership capabilities and it made you, as an employee, as a manager, as an officer, it made you want to follow him. It gave you a sense of confidence that we would be able to get through the situation and we would come out fine on the other side.
That's really what I appreciate the most probably about working with Greg is his honesty and sincerity.
We're looking for those high integrity, talented individuals that are going to do the right thing even when nobody's looking.
When times are good, it's a lot easier to get people to follow you. A true mark of a leader is when times are bad, when things go wrong. As long as they live by that principle that always to do the right thing, protect individuals, protect the environment, protect the company, but always do the right thing. That's how they manage the company, and that's what makes them such good managers in crisis situations.
Giving back is a priority for both Greg and Harry.
Greg and Harry both are extremely philanthropic. They lead when they're on the boards. They give generously with their money.
My wife Jane and I, we really do enjoy giving back to the community.
Education is one that's really important to both my wife and I. We're first generation college grads, and my parents really worked hard to make sure that we had that opportunity to go to college.
Probably they're both driven by the same thing, Harry and Greg, but to be successful, to make an impact, to influence other people's lives for the better.
Greg Armstrong and Harry Pefanis, the leaders.